Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am BorderWise, and welcome to From the Depths, the Alpha branch, which is the new form of Beta branch because they're testing things in Beta branch at the moment. That's not the point of the video. The point of the video is to use the new propeller system and talk about gunplanes. So, what I mean by gunplane is a plane, an aircraft, specifically a plane, not an airship or anything like that, that is armed primarily with guns, or lasers actually. What have you done, you fool? Basically it's something that requires detection systems and has direct fire weapons which are not self-guided, aka missiles. And so why gunplanes? Why are we talking about them? Well, I had a sudden burning urge today to mess around with them because, well, the new propeller system make World War II style fighters somewhat more viable without cheating than they used to be. And, well, there you go. There's one of the main reasons to try something like this is the World War II vibes. Those of you who are a fan of, like, World War II style aircraft, those things were not really armed with self-guided missiles. They were armed with the guns. They used the gunpowder, comrade. And, since they use guns, in making a few prototype gunplanes, using methods I've experimented with before, there's a few interesting advantages to them. For one thing, they're cheap. So this thing, which isn't entirely a finished craft, by the way, it doesn't have any form of active defenses, and it's got lousy armor. It's really just one alloy thick. And also it's not that fast. It only goes about 70 meters per second. But then again, it's a propeller plane. What did you expect? It's very cheap. It's just shy of 8,000 materials. And just as a form of comparison, this air superiority fighter I made ages ago, the Damselfly, is considerably more expensive. This is 20,000 materials. It is, in fact, almost 21,000 materials. It's way more expensive. And that's just because of all the missiles and all the extra bits and stuff that you need going on it. Also because it is a complete craft, but still, it is already like more than twice the cost of this little gunplane. It did just wipe out an entire section of dusters, but that's not the point. So yeah, these things are cheap, and because laser-guided and remote-guided missiles are kind of a pain to put on small craft, because with laser-guided missiles, you need something that's very stable and doesn't jerk around a lot in order to keep the laser on target. And with remote-guided missiles, you need a lot of general-purpose processing power, as well as detection. So you need detection and extra GPP, and that makes the whole thing bulky. Guns, you still need general-purpose processing power. In fact, this plane is mostly general-purpose processing cards just to keep all these detectors nice and accurate, but not as much as remote-guided missiles. And also, you need considerably less ammo storage. This thing has 6 autocannons, the simple weapons 60mm version, and it only needs 1 tiny ammo box, so even this is overkill. I could stick twice as many guns on this, and like this one little ammo storage box would be enough. So this thing is technically underpowered. I could go completely mad if I so chose. And by the way, lasers are an option with this. Like, you don't have to use guns. In fact, that makes it easier. If you use custom jets and particular custom jet generators, you can make a laser fighter not particularly hard. In fact, the Damselfly, which I'm going to go jump on, or the Diamond Wasp rather, it has these little generators. Where is it? Where is it? It does not have them. Why does it not have them? Ah, that's because I took them off. Never mind, but in any case, it used to power heat and radar decoys with those. So you can just go completely ape and power lasers instead. So why would you not make these things? Well, they are harder to make. Missiles are one of the easiest things to use in From the Depths. You just slap them on a craft and away you go. And they are less compact. So if we bring these guys... If you look at this fella and see the dimensions. So it's length of 33, width of 29, height 11. Also keeping in mind that that propeller makes it a little bit bigger. So here, length of 29, width of 23, height of 7. So this is smaller and therefore harder to hit and just kind of more compact, more punch per volume, so to speak. And, as I said before, if you're not bothering with using laser-guided or remote-guided missiles, you need basically no detection systems at all. So this whole thing here could be taken up with ammo storage instead. So it's really the question you want to ask yourself. Do you want to spend money on missiles or general purpose processing, and do you want to use space for general purpose processing or ammo? Either way. In this particular case, the general purpose processing is expensive. It's 100 per card, but if you just duck into the missile section, you see here what all these missile components cost. Particularly the launchers and the gantries are 600, 200, 600, even small ones, 200 each. So already, like, if you have a 2-meter long small missile, that's 400. That's 4 GPP cards. So it is a numbers game, as it tends to be. So how do you gunplane? Well, what I like to do with my gunplanes is that you basically, by the way, the starting point for this particular hull and the other ones I made is this thing. So we go here and I do this. This starting prefab is what I started with. And from there I made a plane. And you can start from there as well if you so choose, if you want to make life easy for yourself. And from there, the wings are where the real magic happens. So everything in here is just kind of jam-packed in here to fit this tiny hull. But what I've done, because the problem with guns on an aircraft that face forward is that it's really hard to get the vehicle to aim itself at the target. You either need to do funky things with the AI, or you need breadboard or Lua for that. And I'm not good at that, so this is what I've done instead. These are 360 2-axis turrets, just with a narrow angle of fire. So if you go here, you see the firing restrictions are set to just 45 degrees all around, so they can aim a little bit, just enough to hit things that are slightly off-center. And they are controlled by all-in-one local weapon controllers back here. It's got detection like this. You don't have to poke the detection up out of the wing like this. You can hide them elsewhere. In particular, if you use cameras, you can use portholes, because cameras can see straight through them. And so this is attached to this, and I didn't even need that back there. I didn't even need that. So the great thing about all-in-one local weapon controllers is that they double with a failsafe and with a wireless receiver, which means if you attach detection systems to them, they're automatically detected, which is actually very useful. So here we've got this coincidence rangefinder, it's hidden inside the wing, and we've got a camera, we've got another camera, and a laser rangefinder, and another camera tracker. So this thing is mostly visual, which isn't the best idea, because it does help to have a variety of detection types, but it will do just fine. This thing snipes dusters out of the way quite nicely. It's covered with alloy plates, and the only reason I've done that here is for aesthetics, so you don't have a really fat wing that looks horrible. And same thing over here, it's just hiding bits and pieces, the ailerons, the air elevators, and the air rudders over here, all just being hidden by those metal plates. And it's up to you whether you want to do it like that or not. And I should mention as well, if you have no idea how to build a basic plane, I have a basic plane tutorial, which thankfully is not out of date yet, so I will be including that in the video description. You can go watch that. And as per usual with planes or anything you want to fly fast, lots and lots of wedges and slopes. Like the front should be as many wedges and slopes as you can. In fact, I should probably stick a wedge here. Let's see. That's 69% coverage. Propellers, by the way, they probably will need a tutorial on their own when they are finally finalized. Let's see here. And that's fine. That looks weird, but we probably have slightly less drag now. See, what else, what else? You can also stick guns in the nose, and like I said, you don't have to use props for this. You can make jet versions quite easily. So here we go. I'm just going to spawn in. There we go. Here is a thing. And by the way, I am using decorations because if there are no decorations, it looks slightly ugly, which is always a problem. So that's what it looks like without the deco. And this one just has the props on the side and also uses them to yaw, and it's just got a single 2-axis turret up here in the front with 4 autocannons loaded onto it. So let's spawn this thing in again, spawn in a duster, and you'll see that this thing does what it's supposed to do. The guns are set to a range of 1,000 meters, and for some reason this version really likes to fly high and dive bomb. And literally all that's different is the location of the guns. So here we're going full fighter. Incidentally, having differential turning on a craft like this means it turns on a dime. In fact, it turns so hard that it spins around like a crazy person. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, this thing pitches up like crazy. So yeah, that's basically how to gunplane. It's just you hide detection systems in the wings, because this is From the Depths we're talking about. The wings are not for lift; they're for guns. Those are the rules, and I'm sticking with it. So I'll show you the other one. This one has the rotary cannons, and this one's really fun because it just spits out huge amounts of Chaka. This poor duster is going to have a very bad day. Yep, bad day is in progress. Very bad day is in progress. In fact... Oh look! Someone left their wings behind. So I'm already getting like, you know, Ride of the Valkyries type vibes with this. Like I said, this works with lasers as well. This is using simple lasers, but the principle is still there. It goes... zap! And we need a lot more dusters to have a proper dogfight, I think. There we go, and here's our first one. Let's go sit on the laser plane. And meow. And laser plane, all of these... Laser plane is slightly more expensive, it's 9,000 materials, but pretty much all of these gunplanes are, like I said, much cheaper than a missile-armed equivalent. And that's kind of their niche, I guess. Like, their potential for a decent starting craft is pretty darn good. And if you stick custom jets on them, they'll be a lot faster. And World War II vibes. Never forget about that. So while this dogfight unfolds, that's basically it. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon or YouTube membership if you like. It really helps, and there's fun perks in it for you. Thank you to my current supporters, and I will see you next time in From the Depths. Farewell!